guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rudine, and right now we are going to dive in on how to create a brand board using Canva. Let's begin by defining a brand board. A brand board is a quick reference guide to your brand's unique style and visual identity. It's the unique combination of several factors such as your company's mission, values, story, attitude, messaging, aesthetic, and style, both as you see it and as perceived by others. Now, branding can definitely be an intimidating process to nail down, but fortunately, you can start small by creating a brand board. It usually displays your logo, fonts, and color palette. However, some creatives go as far as including your logo variations, submarks, patterns, textures, and images for inspiration. With all of these elements put together in one place, document or file, a brand board is meant to be an at a glance visual summary of the look and feel of your brand and what differentiates it from others. Some of the questions you have to ask yourself are: do you already have a logo put together? Are you looking for at least 1 to 3 fonts to complete your visual branding guide? Or do you want to add a color palette? If you are starting from scratch with your brand design, you can follow these tips for developing your brand visuals. If you like to DIY your design, this can be a fun process, but it may take some time. Here's a list of what you can include. Number 1 is logo, the main graphic representation of your business and brand, often used on your website, formal documents, cover pages, etc. Number 2 are logo variations, your logo with some elements rearranged for versatility. Number 3, submark, a more simplified version of your logo, often used as favicons, watermarks, social media profile photos, and social media posts. Number 4 is the color palette, the specific colors and unique color scheme to differentiate your business and brand. Can be broken down into a primary color palette and a secondary color palette. It usually includes each color's hex codes. Number 5 are fonts, the specific fonts you use to differentiate your business and brand across all touchpoints. Typically includes 2 fonts that complement each other, but you can also have your header and tagline fonts. Number 6 are patterns and textures, decorative designs that give your brand some depth and bring your brand to life. And the last is images for inspiration, photos that best represent the look and feel of your brand and business. This typically includes colors from your color palette. And here are some brand board samples. And right now, we are going to try and create a simple brand board for my very own travel agency. Let's get started. When I'm creating my brand board, I usually use an A4 document for the size. So let's type in here A4 document and let's click on create a blank A4 document. Okay, so for me, I'd like to start off with some images for inspiration. So since I have a travel agency for a business, I would like some photos that includes like the beach or some aesthetic travel photos. So I'll just add them here on my brand board. I have here some photos. Would like this one, this, and this one, probably this one. It's okay to choose as many photos as you want as long as you arrange them properly so it looks neat and clean. So what you want to do with this one is you have to arrange them at the bottom part of your board. So you have the bottom part for your images, and then the next level is the color palette. So if you want, you could use a grid so that you can arrange your photos for a clean and simple board. So now that I have arranged my photos here at the bottom, I used grid so it will be neat. The next is my color palette. Since I have my images, I can easily select my color palette. We have certain colors that we want that is from an image, and it's hard to find that specific color. So we have this website that can identify those colors, and this is the imagecolorpicker.com. Now that we are here at imagecolorpicker.com, you can upload your image here and select the colors on the image by hovering over it, like this, and it will show you the hex code here. So for example, this one here. The hex code will be shown here. All you have to do is copy the hex code and paste it on Canva. Now you can place a shape so you can change the color and put in the hex code number so it's easy for you to search the specific color that you want. Now that I have arranged my color palette this way, I put in a hexagon for my shades, and these are the hex codes for the colors that I got from imagecolorpicker.com. So the next one is the text. You will have to choose a font that you will consistently use in your brand. So you have here your heading that will be used in your title. It is better to use a sans serif font. It's simple and easy to read. You also have your subheading. This will be used for a specific title, but not like the main title. It's mostly for emphasis and aesthetic. I'd like to go for a script fonts, which is like the handwriting or cursive. And lastly, the body of text. This will be used for captions in your social media posts or the body letter of your website. So I will go ahead and put my fonts here. So these are my brand fonts that I would like to use. You would like to use the actual name of the font for your brand so it's easy for you to find. So this is my heading, my subheading, and the body text. Lastly is your logo. You can create a separate document for your logo if you want to be very specific and download it and just add it here on your brand board. So just an example here is a logo for the travel agency. So you can still add a lot of elements or icons that would serve as an inspiration for your specific brand. So right now, this is my brand board. You just have to download it or maybe even print it so you can stay consistent of the content of your branding. This will serve as your guide. You can still take this a step further if you still have something to add for inspiration. Okay, so there you have it. I hope this helps in figuring out your brand and eventually starting to create your very own brand board. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching.